5 Paangas opportunities in 2026 that no one is talking about, or Jack Ma advice. Everyone is chasing what's loud, what's trending, what already worked. But real opportunities don't make noise. They hide. They wait. By the time the crowd notices, the door is closing. The smartest people are already moving quietly, thinking years ahead, not months. Today, we uncover 5 opportunities most people won't see coming. And it starts with why nearly everyone misses them. Why most people will miss the biggest opportunities in 2026. Most people won't miss opportunities because they're lazy. They'll miss them because they're distracted. They chase what's loud, what's trending, what everyone is already talking about. That feels safe. If everyone agrees, it must be right, right? But opportunity doesn't live there. The biggest opportunities are quiet at first. They feel uncertain. They don't come with proof. And that scares people. So they wait, they watch. They ask for permission from the crowd. By the time something feels obvious, the upside is gone. That's how it always works. People say they want opportunity, but what they really want is certainty. And certainty is expensive. Short-term thinking is the real trap. People think in weeks, in months, in quick wins. But opportunity moves in years. That's why most people miss it. They're too focused on now to notice what's next. They scroll instead of study. They consume instead of prepare. They react instead of position. And the world rewards positioning. While most people chase trends, a few people build foundations, skills, systems, trust. Those don't look exciting, so they get ignored. Jack Ma once said opportunities are found where others complain, where others say that won't work, where others look away. That's where the edge lies. The future doesn't belong to the fastest. It belongs to the ones who saw it coming and moved early, quietly, patiently. And here's the hard truth. You don't need to be smarter than everyone else. You just need to look where others aren't. Because once you see how opportunity really works, you start to notice something strange. The biggest advantage in 2026 won't belong to builders, but to a completely different kind of player. Opportunity first. The rise of AI operators, not AI builders. Everyone thinks the winners of AI will be coders, engineers, people building the tools. That's only half the story. The real opportunity is quieter. AI operators, not the ones who build the engine, the ones who drive it. You don't need to invent AI. You need to use it better than everyone else. Most people treat AI like a toy. They play with prompts. They get excited. Then they stop. Operators go deeper. They learn how to plug AI into real problems, real workflows, real businesses. Saving time, cutting costs, scaling effort. That's leverage. An AI operator knows how to turn 1 hour of work into 10. They automate reports. They streamline marketing. They replace busy work with systems. And here's the key. Businesses don't care how smart the tech is. They care about results. That's why operators win. They speak the language of outcomes, not code, not hype. This is the same pattern Jack Ma saw early with the internet. The winners weren't the ones who invented it. They were the ones who applied it. AI is no different. Right now, companies are confused. They know AI matters. They don't know how to use it. That gap is opportunity, and it won't last forever. Soon, everyone will use AI, but the early operators will already be miles ahead, positioned, trusted, paid. This isn't about being technical. It's about being practical. And once you see this, you realize something even bigger. If AI can create leverage for operators, imagine what happens when trust enters the picture. Opportunity second. Personal brands for unpopular niches. Everyone wants the popular niche. Fitness, money, motivation. Tech, big audiences, big noise, big competition. But the real money, it's hiding in the boring places, the niches no one brags about, no one posts about, no one thinks are exciting. Plumbing, logistics, compliance, local services, unsexy, overlooked, powerful. Here's the shift happening in 2026. Trust beats reach. People don't want celebrities. They want guides in small, specific problems. A personal brand in an unpopular niche doesn't need millions of followers. It needs the right 100. When you're the go-to voice in a small world, you don't compete. You dominate. And AI is making this easier. Content is cheap. Attention is focused. That means clarity wins. You don't need to be loud. You need to be useful. Teach what you know. Share what you see. Explain what others ignore. That's how trust is built. And trust converts. Brands pay more for credibility than for views. Communities pay more for solutions than for entertainment. That's why boring niches are waking up. They're tired of being ignored. They're ready to follow someone real. And if you think you're not an expert, here's the truth. You only need to be one step ahead. This opportunity isn't about fame. It's about positioning. And once you see how powerful trust can be, you'll notice another shift coming fast. Because the biggest opportunities ahead aren't global. They're local. Opportunity third, the local digital economy come back for years. Everyone chased global. Big platforms, big audiences, big reach. But something is changing. Local is coming back. Not the old local, the digital local. Small businesses are everywhere, and most of them are behind. Outdated systems, no automation, no online presence that actually works. They don't need more followers. They need help. That's the opportunity. In 2026, the winners won't fight the world. They'll serve their street. Local businesses are desperate for digital skills. Booking systems, AI customer support, simple marketing that brings real customers. And here's the advantage. You don't need permission. No huge budget. No massive audience. You solve one problem well and you get paid. Global competition is brutal. Local competition is thin. Most people ignore this space because it looks small. But small repeats. 10 clients at a fair price beats chasing one viral hit. This is leverage without hype. Jack Ma once said small businesses are the future. And he was right. Technology doesn't replace local businesses. It amplifies them. The people who understand both worlds, digital and local, become irreplaceable. And that demand is growing fast. Local doesn't mean limited, it means focused. And focus creates income. But there's an even bigger shift happening. Because people aren't just looking for services anymore, they're looking for knowledge. And that opens the door to an opportunity bigger than any storefront. Opportunity fourth, education outside traditional schools. Schools taught us one path. Study, graduate, get a job. That path is cracking. People don't trust it like they used to. Too slow, too expensive, too disconnected from real life. But learning didn't disappear. It moved outside classrooms, outside degrees, outside rules. In 2026, education is about skills, not certificates. People want answers now. They want to solve real problems. They want shortcuts built from experience. That's the shift. You don't need to be a professor. You need to be practical. If you've learned something the hard way, someone else wants that lesson. Parenting, sales, AI tools, fitness, business basics. Every skill has an audience, small, focused, ready to pay. Micro courses, communities, workshops, mentorship. This is education without permission. You teach what works. You skip what doesn't. And here's the truth schools won't admit. People don't pay for information. They pay for transformation. They want progress, confidence, results. That's why independent educators are rising. They move faster. They adapt quicker. They speak real language. Jack Ma believed learning never stops, not in classrooms in life. And now technology makes teaching scalable. One lesson can reach thousands. One system can run while you sleep. This isn't about replacing schools. It's about filling the gap they can't. And that gap is getting bigger every year. But here's the final shift most people miss. Education, local services, AI. They all point to the same truth. The future doesn't reward hustlers. It rewards something much quieter. Opportunity fifth. Building systems, not hustle culture, is loud. Always has been. Work harder. Sleep less. Do more. But hustle burns out. Systems don't. In 2026, the real winners won't chase effort. They'll build leverage. A system works even when you don't feel motivated. Even when you're tired. Even when life gets messy. That's power. Hustles depend on energy. Systems depend on design. One breaks, the other scales. Look closely at successful people. They don't grind forever. They automate. They delegate. They simplify. They turn effort into structure. Content becomes libraries. Skills become products. Processes become assets. That's how time gets freed. Jack Ma didn't build Alibaba by hustling daily tasks. He built systems that let others create value. That's the lesson. If your income needs your constant presence, it's fragile. But if your system creates value without you, it compounds. This shift is uncomfortable because systems take patience. No instant wins. No flashy screenshots. Just quiet building. Most people won't do it. They want quick results. But the future belongs to builders, not hustlers. And here's the truth that ties it all together. AI operators, personal brands, local services, education, they all work best when wrapped inside systems. And once you see that pattern, one final question becomes unavoidable. Why don't these opportunities look attractive yet? These opportunities don't look attractive yet. And that's the point. They don't come with hype. They don't come with proof. They don't come with applause. They feel small, unclear, a little boring. And people hate that. Most people want opportunity after it works, after someone else validates it, after the risk is gone. But by then, the door is half closed. Early opportunities feel lonely. You look around and see no crowd, no roadmap, no guarantees. So people say, I'll wait. That wait is expensive because opportunity rewards discomfort, not confidence. These paths don't look attractive because they require thinking, patience, long-term vision. They don't give instant feedback, no likes, no quick wins, just slow progress. And slow progress scares people. Social proof matters more to most people than future payoff. If it's not trending, they don't trust it. If it's not crowded, they don't believe it. But history is clear. Every big opportunity looked stupid early. The internet, online businesses, content creators, AI, same pattern, different decade. The future never announces itself. It whispers, and only a few people listen. The rest wait until it's safe. And safety always costs more. So if these opportunities feel uncomfortable, good, that's the signal. Because once something looks attractive to everyone, it's no longer an opportunity. And that leads to the real question. Now that you see them, what do you do next? How to position yourself now for 2026. Positioning doesn't start in 2026. It starts now, not with big moves, with small decisions. The future rewards preparation, not panic. So stop asking what's hot right now. Start asking what will matter later. Learn skills that compound. AI usage, communication. Systems thinking. These don't expire. Pick one path, not 5. Depth beats speed. Build quietly. When no one is watching. When results are slow. That's how edges are created. Stop consuming all day. Start producing something small. Every week, a tool, a post, a solution. That's positioning. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. Trust grows slowly, but once it's built, it moves fast. Think in years, not months. The people who win in 2026 are already planting seeds. They're learning while others stroll, building while others wait, preparing while others doubt. And here's the shift that changes everything. You don't need to chase opportunity. If you position yourself right, opportunity comes to you. And that brings us to the final truth that ties this entire message together. Outro. Call to action. Let's bring it home. 5 opportunities. AI operators. Unpopular. Personal brands. The local digital comeback. Education outside schools. Systems, not hustles. None of them are loud. None of them are crowded. That's why they matter. This is the kind of thinking Jack Ma talked about. Long-term, patient, ahead of the curve. While others chase trends, you look forward. While others wait for permission, you prepare. The future doesn't reward followers. It rewards builders. So don't ask, what's everyone doing? Ask, what will matter when it's too late to start? If this made you think differently, hit like. If you want more future-focused ideas, subscribe. And tell me in the comments, which opportunity surprised you most? Because this conversation doesn't end here. The real advantage comes from what you do next.